Welcome everyone to the CCC Friday Contemplative Practice. I'm Jolynn and I'll be hosting the session today. Our team of presenters, members of the CCC community, members of the CCC community offer contemplative practices every Friday at noon to help us pause from the activity of our week, to reflect more deeply within, to be nourished in spirit, and to join together in community. Today, Elizabeth River will offer a poem which she will read, then share on the screen. Then we'll have a period of silence for reflection or contemplative writing. At the end of the time, we'll have 10 or 15 minutes for us to read or otherwise share our writing, thoughts, and reflections. A bit about Elizabeth. Elizabeth Rivers is an interfaith minister and has been a CCC member since 2003 and loves this beloved community. She loves to guide people on their spiritual quest as she herself is guided toward loving and living into the big questions of life. She's living into a more authentic life thanks in large part to the rich life of faith and conversation in this beloved community. A few logistical reminders. The practice will last 30 minutes and then we'll open the room for sharing. You'll be able to unmute during the sharing time, and the practice itself will be recorded, but the sharing time will not be. And now I'd like to hand it over to Elizabeth.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm really happy we're doing this today. It's a perfect day to be getting together on our little patchwork quilt of ourselves, and indeed, it's the beloved community. You know, it's Martin Luther King Day on Monday, and he's the guy who gave us that particular concept for being a member of the beloved community. And I've just read a bunch of things online today about what we could do on Martin Luther King Day to help that happen. But this is one of the things we do at CCC, the Contemplative Series. Today, I wanted to have us address the subject of friendship. What has happened with me in recent times is that as people die, and as it gets, at least for me, a little harder to navigate everything, I'm not as easy. It's not as easy for me to leap in the car and go driving to see everybody and do all the things that I want to do with people. I don't know, whatever combination of events, it's causing me to realize how I could not do this life without friends. Could not do this life without friends. And a lot of my friends are amongst you all here at this church. So thinking about friends, I reread, and I'm going to read part of it to you today, from David White's wonderful book, Consolations, The Solace, Nourishment, and Underlying Meaning of Everyday Words. And it's such a great book. You've heard various of our ministers speaking from it, but it's a set of words, I guess about 25 or 30 words in alphabetical order. And then he just has a little riff, a little essay about different words. And it's a wonderful book to own, because you can use it like I have. It's like a handbook. It's a handbook. You know, I have marked joy and procrastination and gratitude and forgiveness. And anyway, but there's a nice piece on friendship in here. So I'm going to read you part of it. And then just one, it's kind of I think it's the last paragraph or so in the whole little 3-page chapter that we'll screen share, just to jog your mind as we have this time to meditate on friendship. He starts out though, friendship is a mirror to presence and a testament to forgiveness. Friendship not only helps us see ourselves through another's eyes, but can be sustained over the years only with someone who has repeatedly forgiven us for our trespasses, as we must find it in ourselves to forgive them in turn. A friend knows our difficulties and shadows and remains in sight. A companion to our vulnerabilities more than our triumphs when we are under the strange illusion that we do not need them. An undercurrent of real friendship is a blessing exactly because its elemental form is rediscovered again and again through understanding and mercy. All friendships of any length are based on a continued mutual forgiveness. Without tolerance and mercy, all friendships die. He talks about how friendship in time will always reveal the shadow, our shadow side to ourselves and to one another, and we'll have our friends' shadow revealed to us too. And we learn to be completely accepting and kind with one another. Friendship is the great hidden transmuter of all relationship. It can transform a troubled marriage, make honorable a professional rivalry, make sense of heartbreak and unrequited love, and become the newly discovered ground for a mature parent-child relationship. It's just beautiful. And I don't want to read it all to you, but I'll read a little bit more. The dynamic of friendship is almost always underestimated as a constant force in human life. A diminishing circle of friends is the first terrible diagnostic of a life in deep trouble, of overwork, of too much emphasis on a professional identity, of forgetting who will be there when our armored personalities run into inevitable natural disasters and vulnerabilities found in even the most average existence. Anyway, this last paragraph, I'm going to just read it, and then Jolene's going to screen share it, and she will read it also. And then we'll have our time to contemplate or write, as you wish, a friendship. But no matter the medicinal virtues of being a true friend or sustaining a long, close relationship with another, the ultimate touchstone of friendship is not improvement, neither of the other nor of the self. The ultimate touchstone is witness, the privilege of having been seen by someone, and the equal privilege of being granted the sight of the essence of another. To have walked with them and to have believed in them, and sometimes just to have accompanied them for however brief a span on a journey impossible to accomplish alone. Jolene, do you want to go ahead? Yeah.
The ultimate touchstone of friendship is not improvement, neither of the other nor of the self. The ultimate touchstone is witness, the privilege of having been seen by someone, and the equal privilege of being granted the sight of the essence of another. To have walked with them and to have believed in them, and sometimes just to have accompanied them for however brief a span on a journey impossible to accomplish alone.